Hello guys. Today I want to do a little talk about my thoughts on The Untamed. I'm up to episode 34, which has been I just started episode 34 and finished episode 33 and beyond before that. So this video will contain spoilers. So don't watch this if you haven't seen the show. Just watch the show. I highly recommend it. It's so good. The Untamed. It's on Netflix, or you can probably find it on YouTube. I guess I haven't looked, but so now I'll talk about it. It was so sad yesterday. It was so good and so sad. I would say it's probably the saddest, possibly one of the saddest. It's right up there with the absolute saddest moments I've ever seen in fiction, or movie or book or anything like that. It's just incredible, unforgettable. Just the sequence of events leading up to it. It was all so emotional. Well, first of all, it's the build up of this show is like that. It's just perfection. um, like the bond between the three of them, Wu Xian, Yang Li, and Zheng Cheng. Their bond is so nice. I love it so much. And Wu Xian was so sad that he couldn't attend his sister's wedding and the reason he couldn't is because he's doing the right thing, which is standing up for what he believes in and protecting the Wen people. But at the same time, when they were younger, he promised he would help make her wedding the best ever in the whole world, and he couldn't even attend it. And then, even before that, she came to visit him. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. And it was Zhang Cheng as well. It was so sweet. She came in disguise to not be associated with him. Gave him the soup, the lotus and rib soup, and asked him to name her son, which Zhang Cheng has suggested that she asked him that, and he came up with Lan Clan. And then she gave some soup to Wen Ning, who was standing outside, because it was so sweet. And then Wen Ning saved it for Yon, the little cute little Yon. Oh my god, it was so nice. The whole sequence of events. She is so happy. She wanted to show him her dress. It was so sweet. Oh my god. And then it just gets even more emotional, just each step of the way. So then that they allow I think was it the husband that, or who was it that suggested that I think it was her husband, the Jin, I forgot his name, Jin Zi Sun, is it? I think that's his name. Someone, the one that she married. He because he knows she really loves Wu Xian, and he suggested that they invite him to the wedding. And so that's really cool. So Lan Zhan delivers the invite to them, and he's so happy that he can go, and he's so happy, he gets a chance to go, to be invited to go, not just crash the wedding or something like that, And so he spent half a month making this little talisman for the little baby, to protect it from low level goblins and stuff. It was so cute. And he went with Wen Ning, he's his bodyguard, but the two of them are so cool and chill, And another thing is in the tavern or whatever it was, not a tavern, but when he was buying this little gift for the baby, they were talking bad about him. All these commoners, these people were just dragging his name through the mud and just saying all this crap about him, but he didn't even care. He was he's just happy to go. He was, he just let it go. He didn't say anything at all, even though he could totally hear it. But he just let it go, which is really so cool. But then, as he's going to the place, the cousin of the husband of the Jin clan, of Zheng Li, he's pissed off because he's been cursed and he's got something on his chest. He's got something on his chest literally about Wu San, and he's got this massive ambush of all these people trying to kill him, and so then of course he's Wu San is just protecting himself, and so he releases Wen Ning to just bash the crap out of everybody, and then and that's fine, right? I mean, he wasn't killing anyone; he was just bashing them up, and then it's the thing about all this is all the characters are doing things that is it's not stupid. It's they're all doing stuff that's it makes sense why they're doing all these things. The husband of Yan Li came, right? He came to kind of break up the fight because maybe he heard about what happened, and it just completely makes sense. He doesn't want this ambush to happen on his guest. So he's trying to calm down both parties. Like, you know, like if you have, because he was saying like he's got this thing on his chest and it's because of Wu San, and but the husband was like, oh no, let's go back and let's talk about this when we get back, right? And that would have been fine, except that he had taken this cousin who I do not like. He grabbed the box of things that what's his name, Wu Tan had made. So now it's not really a discussion. I'm just telling the story of what happened. But basically, I'm telling the parts that I really really like. And so I didn't like this part, but he crushed the talisman stuff that Wu Tan has spent ages making in the cave for his nephew. His nephew, and that pissed off Wu Tan. See, in ordinary circumstances, it would piss off anyone, right? But not only that, but Wu San is like battling to control these kind of like vengeful spirits that are inside him, that he's containing the whole time, and he's doing such a good job of it. But like, it just at those moments, must be very hard to contain it, and so you could just see him raging, and it was really hard to calm him down. It's like when someone gets in a rage, it's like just so hard to calm him down. And like what's his name, the husband was trying to calm him down, like, why are you being so angry and stuff like that. And then the worst thing happened. Like when it happened, I was like, that was it. I was like, oh crap. That husband got hit by Wen Ning and killed pretty much on the spot. Like, it was so, when that happened, it was like, oh crap. Because this show, like, it's not like things that happen cliche or predictable. Like, I almost thought that he would actually get to the wedding and then something would happen at the wedding, but it wasn't even at the wedding that this thing happened. And then so he died. The husband died, and when that happened, I was like, oh man, this sucks. This is so bad. Like up until this point, like everything that Wu San had done is like, it's completely understandable. Like if you just kind of like explain yourself, like. But this thing that happened, like, it's just not something you can just explain, like, I know it happened. You know what I mean? Like, she loves her husband, obviously. It's the father of her son. And now he's dead. Like, that's, like, you know, it's pretty bad. And, like, it's just, and then, so then he's, like, so upset that happened. I forgot, actually, what happened after that. Like, they probably just beat up everybody after that because he was probably angry. Because after that happened, I think they attacked him and then they had to fight back. And then they pretty much killed everyone, I think, except for, yeah. And then next thing you know, he's back in his cave at home. I don't know what happened. Like, did they bring him back or what? And then as soon as he wakes up, he kicks Wen Ning. And it's like, why did you do that? Like, of all the people you could kill, don't kill him. Why did you kill him? And then, like, it's funny because I thought about it for a moment, and like, nobody's wrong in this. Like, it's like, it was completely like an accident. First of all, Wen Ning, I think he's like, isn't he being controlled? Like, I don't know if he's not in control of his actions or something. So he's in a rage when he's doing this. Like, you can't really blame him, but you know, it's not his fault at all. Like. What's that thing? Did he take off some necklace thing that keeps it bound or something? I don't know what happened, but you can't blame him. Like, he did it, but you can't blame him because, like, he didn't ask to be, like, turned into this kind of thing, like this monster thing, whatever, with all this, yeah, he didn't ask for that, and he didn't want to do that. No way he wants to do that. Like, it was like an accident. Like, yeah, it's like, imagine like it's like you're playing a game and you're just button mashing. Like, you know, that kind of feel like that he's just like doing that. And also, you can't really blame Wu San as well because, like, he was angered by what the guy had done, just destroyed these things that he got for his nephew. And, like, also, the stuff that he's containing, all that stuff, originally he did it because he was helping Zheng Cheng. Like, he didn't want to have these spirits inside of him and stuff and you know, go down this path. He didn't want that. And like, it's like, there's no one to blame at all. Like, and like, the husband, like, why was he there? Like, why was he in the fight to get killed? But he was actually there because he was trying to protect Wu San, I think, to stop the fight, like, between the two of them. Like, that makes sense too. Like, everything makes complete sense. Like, it's not like anyone did anything dumb or like anyone's, And I can't find anyone really at fault except for like maybe the mastermind of it all, which I'm gonna assume is that smiley guy who I don't trust, Meng Yao. He's like, I feel like it's definitely him. He played everybody, like he set up all this stuff, like a strategist. He played this hot-tempered cousin onto Wusan. You know, I think he was the one that told him about what they could do about it. Because this guy had not thought of it yet. So he played everybody, and like, okay, so that's what happened there. The next amazing thing that happened was like in the cave. The Wen Qing and Wen Ning had talked about it before he woke up, and they had decided that they're going to hand themselves in because the Jin leader had said, if these two come in for trial, then everything will be forgiven, right? And so they were like, we can do this. And then they paralyzed Wusan to stop him from stopping them going. And he was like raging and saying, I should be the one going. And they said, and the thing that she said was like, sorry and thank you. It was just beautiful, like just those words. And like she was saying like, we really should be dead, and like you basically given us these awesome extra weeks of life, which were really awesome because the show actually showed that. Like it took time in the episodes leading up to giving you like this really nice moments. It was so charming and just beautiful in that burial grounds village, which should be like a horrible place, but it wasn't. It was a lovely place. There was growing lotus. Like it's just so beautiful. And so they go to sacrifice themselves. So there's that scene in the intro that you see Wen Qing and Wen Ning go up the stairs, and like you didn't have it. I didn't have any context at the start of what that scene is, but now when I see it, I'm like, I know what they're doing. Oh my god, it's so sad and beautiful. No, they're killing themselves. They're giving themselves up to say sorry for what happened. But really, they didn't do anything wrong. Especially Wen Qing. She was just at home. She didn't do anything wrong, but I don't know how to... It's just... Well, she's not going to send her brother to die by himself. Because the Jin guy wanted both of them, wasn't it? Anyway. So then that happened, and then as soon as he's unparalyzed, he goes straight to the place, which I admire so much. Like, he didn't dodge it, he didn't hide from it, he just showed up to see his sister. Because he had done something horrible, and he... Like, I don't know what to say. So he's there while she's... doing the funeral for her husband, and he wants to see her, but then the mum comes out and she's distraught, which even though I didn't like her character, like her son had just died, so it was so the way she acted it when she came out of that room, it was amazing. And then she spotted Wusan, and rightly so, she was very angry at him because he caused the death. Really, he did cause the death, but not intentionally. It's like an accident in a way. Yeah, it was because of you have to go, it's like a domino. He's just one of the dominoes. And like it was the cousin that came trying to kill him. Why else would he be fighting anyway? And then, so that just causes this whole thing. But then Yan Li sees him, and like they look at each other, and he's just so sad. But then everyone's like about to attack him, so he just flies off. And then there's a whole gathering of like the execution, not the execution, but like they were scattering the ashes of the two Wens, which I know is not true because in the very first episode you see that, first or second episode, you see that Wen Ning is still alive. But anyway, he scattered the ashes and said, now we go hunt Wusan. And like that part was so cool. Like they all gathered there, and then he's standing up on the roof, and he's like finally had enough. Like it's like just amazing, like because he's been so good. Like they're talking trash to him the whole time, and he just let it go. Like they were acting as if they saved the day at the Sunshot campaign when he was the one that saved the day. Literally, if it wasn't for him, they'd all be dead, all of them. And no one really acknowledges that. They're like talking about themselves. You know what I mean? Like, and finally he's like just says it like, if we was, I basically want 1v5,000. Like, it was true. It was so true. And the Jin clan, they weren't even there when the fighting was happening. Like, what the hell? They came afterwards. Anyway, it was really, really good. Like, oh my god, the thing that I want to cut to the chase. Well, that scene was so cool. You've seen it. If you're watching this, you've probably seen it. It was so cool. The thing that I would say that was very cool was he, with the black smoke things, he didn't attack the Zhang clan, Zhang's clan at all, which was really cool. And then Lan Zhan came to stop him on the roof, and you know what? In the trailer, the intro to the show, like I was always thinking, what does Wusan do that Lan Zhan is fighting him? Like, what bad thing did he do that he's fighting him? And also, in the first few episodes, you see Jiang Cheng go to hell, stab a sword, and then Wusan falls off a cliff. I'm like, what did he do so bad that Jiang Cheng is willing to do that to him? Like, the whole time I was leading up to him going, I don't know, because I can't see what he could. I don't want to know what he did that was that bad. And the thing is, it was not that. It was like I don't know. I interpreted it like that, but it wasn't. Lang Zhan had come to calm him down and tell him that his sister was here, and like he's got to stop, or otherwise she could get hurt. So he was there to calm him down. So he was fighting him, and all the time he was just saying stop, 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 stop. It was so beautiful, like, right? And then once he sees Yan Li there, at first when I saw Yan Li there, I was thinking to myself, "Do, why are you running around like in this dangerous battlefield? Like, you know, it's like he can't fight if you're there, and like if you die." I was just thinking, because I knew he has to do something that's making Jiang Cheng hate him, and like I'll go, if you die, it's not gonna be good. And like it was like watching a car crash, like it was amazing. Like like the way they did it, it was just like I was watching it with my hands like this the whole time, because I was like, no, don't like kill her by accident. Like, because people were getting hit all around her and everything, like, but then, you know, when I thought about it again, what she did made complete sense. Like, her brother, Wusan, he could die right now, and she wanted to come. I know what she wanted to tell him. This is the thing that is the key thing, that is the most beautiful thing that makes this whole sequence so nice for me, that I'll never forget it. She came up to him. She wanted to tell him that she didn't hate him for what happened. That I know the way she was talking to him, that was what she wanted to say. That don't feel bad that you did that, because, you know, it was an accident. You know what I mean? Like, that's her, first of all, that's her personality. When her parents died, she never blamed him at all. So it was so beautiful, like the way she was saying that. And then he stopped the thing, and then that's when, oh my god, that I'm positive it's the guy behind everything, the Meng Yao guy starts playing the flute, and like that's when we first know that he can. I think that's when I first knew that he could do this. He could control. Like, so he's making the things, and he's making it worse. He's escalating. He's making it kill more. He's turning people into puppets. He's so bad. I do not like his character. His character at all. I don't like him. First of all, he's like this kind of like sneaky. I hate that. I don't like his character at all. I do not like his character at all. But from his point of view, like if he's playing like a Game of Thrones type of thing where the winner takes all, then it's like bloody well played. You gotta admit, like the timing of everything he did, and putting people against each other, and not being known as the person, like you could say the mole or the undercover or whatever, but it was like, even his point of view, from his point of view, you can't even fault him, even though he's an evil, and I do not like him, but like from his point of view, it's really, really good, but it's horrible at the same time. So then she only got slashed because she was looking at Wusan. She saw him, and then one of the puppets slashed at her, and so it wasn't even a fatal wound, right? It wasn't a fatal wound, and so Jiang Cheng is like cradling her, and Wu San came up to her, and Zhang Chen obviously, like, I can completely understand why he's angry, because he doesn't know someone else is controlling the puppet. Nobody does. Even Wu San doesn't know why they're still doing it. Nobody suspected that someone else could be doing it. And then Zhang Chen is like, you told me you could control it, which he could, because they wouldn't have killed it if he had done it. So none of them were at fault. And Zhang Chen, he's hot-tempered, and his sister had just been wounded. He's a very emotional guy, so everything he did was completely understandable. And then when things like this happen, I just get so frustrated at these characters, even though, I don't know, you can't blame them at the time. This no-name guard is just like trying to ruin everything while these people are talking, and he goes to stab Wu. Okay, another thing. He said he was trying to avenge his friend who got killed by Wu San at the start, but his friend had basically just shot Wu San and tried to kill him. Like, that is dumb. You know what? But the thing is, you can't argue with these people. Like, you know, Wu San on the rooftop, he was saying all the points against the Zhang clan, but they weren't even listening. It's like they're basically convinced he's evil, and no, not that, I don't know. They're just convinced that they're gonna get what they want, and they could say whatever they want about him. You know what I mean? It's terrible. It's so bad. So there's no point arguing with these people at all. They're not gonna listen to logic at all. So anyway, he went to stab her, hit Wu San, but Yang Li saw it, and then she protected him with herself, and then she died. And she tried to say it before, and that was like the most beautiful thing, like sad, but the same thing. The most beautiful thing was when she was trying to say with her last breath that I was running to you and I wanted to tell you, and she didn't get to say it, but I know you can tell by the way she said that. I mean, obviously she forgave him if she came here to all by herself, like, look for him. It's so beautiful, and then she just died there, and like, what the hell? And then Wu San just loses it. Like, it completely understandable. He's like trying to control these angry, resentful spirits, and like his sister, who he loves, has just died in front of his eyes. Of course, he's just gonna lose it. So he first of all he kills that guard, which I'm like completely happy with. I'm fine with that. Like, he didn't kill anyone. Like, he doesn't kill people. He just like. But this guy he killed, full on, completely fine with that. And then he just says, he loses it after that. He's like, and like, it was just so understandable. And like, he just gave up. And like, he gave out the Stygian amulet, tiger amulet, and he was just laughing, like, in a maniacal way at like, them just fighting each other and chopping off each other's hands to get it. Like, that's just how they're so noble, right? These people are so noble, but they're like they're so greedy at the same time. So yeah, it's horrible. And then he just goes to a cliff and basically is gonna kill himself, but Lan Zhan stops him, grabs onto him and says, "No, don't do it." And he's trying to pull him up, and then Zhang Chen comes and he's pissed off, and rightfully so. Like, now that I've seen the sequence of events, all these things are so understandable. Like, Zhang Chen, and he didn't actually kill him. Like, I rewatched the first scene in the first episode, and then this scene in like episode 32 or whatever it was. Zhang Chen, he just closed his eyes and hit a rock. He didn't actually stab Wu San, and like, my feeling is that he couldn't do it. Like if he wanted to, he's like a good fighter. If he wanted to, he could have done it, but he couldn't do it. So he hit a rock, and the rock was about to split, and then that could have sent Wu San and Lan Zhan tumbling over the edge, and Wu San was ready to die, but he didn't want Lan Zhan dying, so he just flung his hands out and killed himself, with a smile on his face. Like, and even then, like, in episodes later, it was found out that Zhang Chen was like looking for his body afterwards. Like, he still loves him. Although he's still angry at him, he was whipping him when he saw him and stuff. But I think that's part of the start, where I think they want you to think that he killed him. Like, Yang Chang was angry at him and killed him, just to build like the tension of like, why did this happen? Get to this point, which was really good, because I really was feeling that the whole time, because I'm like, how could it get to this point where he wants to kill Wu San? But so that's the sequence of events, and in particular Yang Li with her, what she did, and the fact that her husband had just been killed. Even if it's an accident, Wu Ta did cause his death, even if it's an accident, and like you know, some things you can't avoid, like, but, and then she just forgave him, like, it's the most beautiful thing ever. Like, there was no resentment, no anger, none of this, you know, I can't believe you did that, none of that. Like, she's got the most beautiful soul ever. Oh my god. It's so nice. So I just wanted to make a video saying how good this whole sequence was, like, capture my feelings as I had watched it, because, you know, the first time you watch a show is like usually the best, probably most often the best time, and like when you rewatch it, it's quite never the same. So I just wanted to capture the moment of how good this show is, The Untamed. I'm pretty sure it's risen to like the best one I've seen of the Seven Tiaras, I would have to say. Just, yeah, like, I love the other ones I've watched, but I think this one is probably the best one. It's just so good. Like, it's just so good. Like, the storyline is so good, acting is so good, everything so good. So I'll end the video here, and I still haven't finished watching it. So, but I don't want to rush through it, because like, I've been watching about 3 or 4 episodes a day. That's still a lot for me. I don't normally watch that often. But every time I finish everything I got to do at the night, and then I just spend like night watching a couple episodes. But yeah, I don't want to rush through it. I want to savor it, and I've been really enjoying it. It's been so good. And I'll end the video now, and I'll see you guys later. Untamed is so good. I love it so much. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. See you later. Bye.